Shit. Shit. All right, so before the battle started, right? This was the second time I've seen this battle. I've only seen this battle once. The only time I ever saw it was live, right? Was when it happened on pay-per-view. I had Surf with a gentleman's 30. I thought the storyline was it wasn't Geechi's time. It wasn't Geechi's time to win. It just wasn't the stage that was set for him. Surf was on absolute fire and took every single round, right? Watching it the second time in the first round, I actually edged Geechi Gotti the first round. Edge. I'm talking like the tiniest, by the tiniest margin. Because when you get, like I said, when you get two high caliber artists that are basically maxed out, it comes down to the tiniest things. I think the reason why I give Geechi Gotti the first is when it seemed like he was about to hit a dry spot. He came back up. I think he had more haymakers, bigger moments, just tied it all, right? I gave Tsu Surf the second round pretty clearly, more clearly than I gave Geechi the first. I think it really just comes down to Geechi having a better first, Surf having a better second. Now, the third round, we talked about the real talk. You remember when I paused Tsu Surf in the second round and I said there are people that will listen to this last minute of Tsu Surf talk and say this is not direct. He's not talking about anything. He's just talking about his life. And I said how battle rap is about not only it's not only about being direct towards your opponent, it's about boasting, it's about just making yourself look bigger than what your opponent might be trying to make you look like. So when you're talking about your life, it actually is direct because you might not be throwing a punch at your opponent, but you're telling your opponent what the truth is about what you stand for. It's almost like a counteract, right? Now, third round, Geechi does that, okay? Geechi does that. And while that is effective, he did it the entire round. Geechi's third round, almost everything is talking about his life, talking about the struggle, talking that real shit, that jail shit, that homie shit, that all that shit, right? Original, he's talking about his life, I get it, but it was the whole round. Surf third, out the gate, punches, 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 punches. Every style is effective, but not every style can clash with a completely different style, right? I look at it as Surf had the perfect balance. Not Avon. I'm not biased at all. If there's ever anybody that you want to break down a battle, promise you it's me, right? I'm not punchline biased because Tsu Surf's third round was not filled with punchlines, but it was a perfect balance of punchlines, a perfect balance of little angles, a perfect balance of real life shit, right? Geechi Gotti, I think, overused one tool in his arsenal in the third. And I think Surf used more tools and was more effective. And then on top of that, you're talking about the intangibles, things that they can't control, right? So Surf is a better performer. Surf is a better performer. Surf is better at delivering lines. That is a skill. That matters. It is not just how good someone is. I have 2-1 clear, and 2-1 clear, by the way, is the name of the show. It is not always what I have these battles as. But for this battle in particular, 2-1 clear goes to Tsu Surf. In the second and the third round, I have Geechi edging the first, Surf clearly taking the second, and Surf pretty clearly taking the third. I get people have their bias, they have their preferences, but in my world, it is not about bias. I think it is not about preferences. I think there are formulas to winning battles. I think there's always a way to judge a battle. So whether you agree with me or not, I have Surf taking the second and third respectfully. I had Surf with a 30 the first time I watched this battle. I thought Geechi took the first, incredible battle, right? This is one of the ones where everyone's like, it doesn't matter who won, right? Everybody won. No. Tsu Surf won. Tsu